This weekend I woke up earlier because I have an exam coming up, and this weekend looks quite quiet from the outside, but in medical school quiet means usually that you are studying. And so this morning starts the way many of my weekends do, so coffee, notes, and a very determined attempt to make complicated graphs feel slightly less intimidating. So if you're studying this weekend, consider this your sign that we are doing this together. And if you're new here, which is probably the case since I just started this YouTube channel, I am Violet and I am a medical student, and I really hope you enjoy this video. After all those hours of work, I needed a short reset, so I stepped outside for a quick walk. The streets are still calm, the air is fresh, and sometimes 10 quiet minutes outside does more for you focus than a cup of coffee, and I feel so grateful to be studying here in Rome. Then I went to a coffee shop to get some work done and really lock in. It's raining. I am now in a cafe to study a bit for my history of medicine exam, which is really different from the usual stuff that I do. We're gonna do a nice study session. I love working in cafes. It makes me feel like I am romanticizing my university life. I want to share some of the tips that really help me when I prepare exam in medical school. The first one is to start with the learning objective materials, meaning that first of all, you focus on the most high-yield content, and once you have the core concept down, you then add more details. Second is extremely important and is to set more realistic daily goals, so you have for every hour a very specific, clear goal. Also make sure that you know which study methods actually work the best for you. Fourth is to create one-page concept map, link all major themes for the course together, and make sure that you practice for retrieval and not just rereading. So make sure that you also practice with problems and not just your notes, so you have an idea what actually the exam will look like. I had to learn the hard way that taking a break is not procrastinating, but it's essential to maintain focus. So I took a nice walk outside. It was so sunny and beautiful. And then, of course, it was time to get back to work. Even if I am an early bird, I love to study at night because there are fewer distractions, everything is quiet, and it's just me, my notes, and determination to understand one more concept before sleeping, and actually feeling proud of myself as I get to sleep, because some of my best study sessions actually happen at night when the world slows down and I really can focus without thinking about all the things I have to do throughout the day. And yeah, it's just me and my books, and actually taking those notes and making them even prettier than usual makes me feel so lucky to be studying medicine and doing something that I actually love, and I feel like night studying reminds me of this. At this point, I was almost done with making my notes about history and also about epidemiology, which is really good because my exam is on Monday and I don't have much time. I'm just revising. I already know the stuff, the material, but still I want to have a clear vision of all the material together. So I'm about to be done for the night. Sunday morning are slower and I like keeping a small ritual, simple skincare, good music and getting ready for the day before opening a single textbook. There's something about like a minimal reset, a minimal routine without overcomplicating stuff, and that really just resets my mind. Today I will go to study in a coffee shop because like studying outside my room always gives me another kind of energy, and medical school teaches you many things, and one of them is how to turn any table into a study desk. Before diving back into study, I always try to move my body. Today that meant the gym and a 5k run. Exercise is honestly one of the only things that keep my brain functioning during exam season, and it clears my mind, resets my focus, and also running is like a surprisingly good place to review your flashcards in your head, and anyway, nothing changes your energy as a good run. After the gym, I headed to the library. There's something about a room full of people studying that instantly puts you in the right mindset because everyone is focused, everyone has a goal, and it reminds you also where you started. And so I'm back to my notes and back to the exam preparation. So I stopped at the grocery store because tonight I want to make some chia pudding for tomorrow. And honestly, chia pudding is one of those easy recipes that also is so healthy, so good for you. It takes almost no time to prepare, and honestly is so good for like being energized during long study sessions, and it has been a game changer for this exam season and for my meal prep. I also make sure to add protein powder for my muscle recovery, and also almonds for vitamin E and skin health, and of course fresh fruit because vitamins are important, and having a healthy diet is one of the most important factors in how you can focus, how long you can study, and how you can also recover. Before the weekend ends, I like to plan the week ahead in my bullet journal. At medical school can feel so overwhelming sometimes, and if everything stays in your head, there is no way that this is manageable. So I always like everything that looks chaotic, so all the many lectures, study blogs and so on are all turned into a plan, and that makes me feel so ready to get through Monday and through another week of studying. Here's the last study session of this weekend, and I really think that medical school, it's about showing up again and again in every capacity that you have that day. And weekend like this are also for, watching one lecture or getting one concept down at a time. So if you're out there studying, chasing a goal, or just trying to be more consistent, I hope this video made you feel a bit less alone and motivated. And hey, since we are just kicking off this YouTube journey of mine, I really appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for watching this vlog. And as I get ready to go to bed, I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!